Welcome in, guys. As always, I'm Noah Castor. To my right, we have Brandon Hudson, and across the table, we have my man Darren Kinslow, and we are the BenchWarmers. In this video, we're going to be coming at you guys with the Raiders offseason report, basically discussing what they need to do to get better, the moves they have made, and the potential draft prospects they can pick up. So let's get right into the video. Raiders have a lot of first-rounders. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. What do you guys think of the free agency moves they've made? They picked up the safety from the Rams. They picked up Trent Brown from the Patriots. They've signed a lot of guys for a lot of money. What do you guys think of the moves?
I think it's going to help their team. I just don't know which direction they're going to go, whether they're rebuilding or just trying to win now. It's just that part confuses me. The Antonio Brown situation, I think that was questionable. And I think they did pay too much for Trent Brown as well, because we've seen how Patriot players not in New England work out. So, but I think they look good. They've gotten some good players, and then now obviously they still have all their draft picks as well. So, I think the defense still needs a little bit of work, but having Antonio Brown there for Derek Carr is going to help out the offense. I think they could use another running back, and that's who you had picking in your mock draft.
Josh Jacobs out of Alabama.
Yep. So, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I think whether or not they make the playoffs, I think that just relies on the Chargers and the Chiefs, how they're going to do this year. But I think the outlook for the Raiders is definitely positive, especially compared to this year or last year, I guess.
Definitely. Brandon, anything to add on to that? Or
No, I think, like Darren said, it's kind of questionable of why they picked up Antonio Brown being as old as he did, especially if they want to rebuild and everything. I mean, it definitely wouldn't go for someone who's older. But still, I mean, it's Antonio Brown. He's still going to do what he does. He's still one of the best receivers, even though he has thrown fits like he has in the past. But he's still arguably one of the best wide receivers. But I don't think I say he's one of the best wide receivers, but, I mean, there's still several ones out there that I could say that same exact thing because, I mean, he does what he does, but other than that, I don't know much anything else to say on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends. They did get better. They 100% got better. But, I mean, it just depends on what the Chiefs and Chargers do. Are they going to take a step down? Do I think the Raiders are better than the Chiefs and Chargers? No, I don't. I really don't think so. I think they got more talented. I think they'll beat the Broncos in the division. But that division's tough, so I think maybe in a couple of years when Phillip Rivers retires, maybe they take a jump, but it all depends on if those pieces are still there. Antonio Brown being 30 years old, I don't know if that's really going to just be great.
Yeah.
Darren, I was going to shoot it over to you. What positions do you think they need to address in the draft?
Definitely need a pass rusher since they traded Mack. They could use a corner and probably a safety as well, but
100%. Really focusing on defense.
Yeah, definitely, because they did pretty well in free agency in terms of offense. So
100%.
I think their main focus in this draft should be defense and getting that pass rusher, and then maybe a running back too. But I think the offense is set. But again, defense definitely.
Yeah. Defense is going to be huge. I had them taking Josh Allen, edge rusher out of Kentucky. That would fill that need. And then I had them taking, again, like you said, Josh Jacobs out of Alabama. That would fill the running back need. And then I had them taking DeAndre Baker, a corner out of Georgia. So with those 3 first-round picks, that fills a lot of holes. As we know, as we saw in the last Super Bowl, defense wins championships. Shout out Coach Light. But, I think defense is going to be the main focus to really stop those prolific offenses that are in that and the division with the Chargers and the Raiders. Brandon, I'm going to shoot it over to you. Where do you see the Raiders ending this upcoming season? First, second, third, or fourth in the division? Where do you see them landing?
I probably see it maybe first or second, honestly.
Whoa.
I see.
Really?
Yes.
You haven't beaten the Chiefs?
No, the Chiefs, that would be hard. Maybe second, actually, yeah.
I could see him
beating out the Chargers?
Yeah, I could see
really
beating out the Chargers.
If they give
I forgot the Chiefs.
There's no way they beat the Chiefs. There's just it's not going to happen.
I totally forgot the Chiefs being in that division. I totally forget. It's all over the place. But, yeah, they won't beat the Chiefs, that's for sure. They could beat the Chargers out.
Of beating the Chargers, yeah.
I mean, the Chargers, let's be honest.
The Broncos go down, too.
Broncos, yeah.
Yep.
Broncos are horrible.
I mean, honestly, if you think of it now, they're making the Raiders are making the most moves. And honestly, here's my thing. I don't think they'll beat the Chiefs. They won't beat the Chiefs. That's my final thing. But I do also think they have a chance because we saw last year with all of their weapons and everything on offense, at least. I mean, they didn't have all the defensive players that they're getting this year. Mm-hmm. The few that they're getting, actually, I should say, because we're kind of releasing people too at the same time.
Yeah.
But they put up a good fight in that game against us in the middle of the season. Yeah. So they may have a chance, honestly, with all these new people like Antonio Brown. We haven't seen Antonio Brown on the Raiders. We haven't seen what kind of quarterback position they're going. We don't know who they're going with for the quarterback for sure yet. So, I mean, with all of that, they still could have a chance of beating the Chiefs. Don't get me wrong. I mean, anything can happen in this.
100%.
But do they have the likely chance of beating the Chiefs if they get more people on defense? No. But they will come in second beating the Chargers, because the Chargers, on the other hand, and the Broncos, they haven't made the big moves like they are. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have three first round draft picks plus the second round draft picks. That's going to be big for them.
That's huge.
The Chargers, the Broncos, they don't have that. So it's going to be different trying to see who's going to come out on this division. But it will definitely be first and second will most definitely be either the Chargers or the Raiders or the Chiefs.
All right, I'm going to shoot one more question at you, and then me and Darren will say what place we think they're going to land. But I was just curious, do you think the best look for the Raiders is to just try and stop the offenses in that division, go straight for defense, or do you think they should just go straight shootout and try and shoot out Patrick Mahomes and Phillip Rivers? What do you think the best option is for the Raiders?
They're going to have to stop the offense, honestly.
Think so?
You saw how Phillip Rivers last year got them going, got at the end of the season. I mean, you saw the way they did that. So if you attack their offense on that part,
it's gonna be tough.
Stop. And then with Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you have to stop him. Mm-hmm. You saw last year they led the league in basically every single offensive stat, basically. 100%. So I mean, if you stop the Chiefs' offense basically right now, then you stop the whole entire team, honestly, because they don't have defense.
On defense, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think Derek Carr would be able to keep up either. So.
No.
100%. Okay. Yeah. All right, Darren, where do you think they're landing in the division? Brandon has second. What do you think?
I could see second happening, but I think the Chargers are still going to hold it off. I definitely think they improve, so I'm just going to say third. But I could see it coming down to the wire for the second place. 100%. Maybe a playoff berth, but I don't know.
Okay. I just have them a third. I have no doubt in my mind that the Chargers and Chiefs are going to stay at the top of that division. I need to see who they pick up in the draft, but even if they have a perfect draft, I still probably have them at third. So that's probably where they're going to stay.
But within the next couple of years, I think they'll be pretty good.
Yeah, 100%.
They could possibly give the Chiefs a run for their money.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I think any final thoughts, guys?
Nope.
All right, that concludes it for the offseason report for the Raiders. This has been the BenchWarmers, guys. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, stay tuned for our upcoming videos, and see you later, guys.
Deuces.